Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Little Mini MUA or Amelia. So as you can see by the title of this video is a full face using all of my drugstore favorites. So I know for a lot of you it is not ideal to have as much makeup as I do and lots of high-end products that are very expensive. So in this video I hope that it helps you to see that there are a ton of drugstore options that are cheap and still such amazing products that you can still do fun looks with and they still work just as good. So with all these drugstore products, since I'm Canadian, I get these mostly at Walmart and Shoppers Drug Mart. They do vary in prices, but most of them are around $10 or under. And yeah, they're all just really great products and I love them all, so I'm super excited for this video. Enough with my rambling, I'm just going to hop right into this video. So starting with brows, I am using one of my favorite brands, e.l.f. I am using their e.l.f. medium eyebrow kit and their eyebrow makeup brush with this spoolie on the end. So I only use the pomade, but as you can see I have hit pan because I use this product every single day and it is so good. I really like this product because it's not as thick as most pomades are, but it's still like a really good eyebrow pomade and it fills in my brows really well and it's really easy to use, same as this brush. It's really thin and I like that there's a spoolie on the other end. And it lasts all day long in my brows and it's overall just a really great product. Also a positive about this product, if you mess up, you can just wipe it away easily. This next brow product to finish off my brows is also a longtime favorite. It is the Essence Make Me Brow. This one, I think they started to make a little bit different formula. This one has fibers in it, which I think is really cool. But it fills in your brows a little bit more, but it also keeps them in place and it's overall just a really good and affordable product. And if you're just starting out with makeup or you don't want that very like filled in heavy brow look, this is a really good product just to run through your brows without anything else because it gives it a little bit of color but also gives a nice shape to them. That is it for my brows. So now time for the eyes. This product that I'm using on my eyes, the eyeshadow, has been a long time favorite. It's been used and abused, but it is such a good product. It is also from e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. Matte for Mattes eyeshadow palette. This is in Sunset Breeze. And as you can see, this, I don't know if you can see, that black has been cracked because of how much I use it. And I take it everywhere I go. It is my lucky palette for cheer, so I always use this for cheer comps. And I love this palette for traveling. It is so good. It's a nice and tiny compact palette and it has some beautiful matte shades, nice neutral tones that you can still create a bunch of different stuff with. So I'm going to go in with this really pretty pink and a little bit of that orange. As you can see, this palette is so pigmented, and I literally don't even think I've used like this nice of a drugstore palette. Like, it's my favorite drugstore palette. Going to go in with another one of these e.l.f. brushes I got in like a big set. And I'm going to go in with this really pretty purple. This purple is actually really pretty. It's more of like a deep purple, but I really like it. So I packed on that shade. Now I'm going to go in with my blending brush and blend it out. Just gonna blend it nice and lightly, not too hard, just blend the edges. So I just finished with the purple. Now I am going to, what am I gonna do? Now I'm going to go in with the NYX Glitter Primer, and it's a glitter primer, so I think you can guess what I'm doing after this. So again, just using another e.l.f. brush, I'm going to cut my crease with this primer. I've used a few glitter primers and I always go back to this NYX one. Personally, I feel like it works the best out of all of them that I've tried. So I really like this primer. So now I'm taking this set of NYX glitters, which already kind of matches what look we're doing. And I'm going to use all three of them and use them in this order. So the white in my inner corner, then the pink, and then the purple. So now I'm taking that pink and I'm putting it on the center of my lid. And then that purple and adding it on the outer. I just got so many sparkles in my eye. I love NYX glitters, like they're so nice and they stick so well to the primer and then they last really, really long. And they have so many different ones. Like I even have this like holographic one that I could even use if I wanted to. So before I filmed this video, my original plan was to do a somewhat nice, natural-ish look and just do like some mascara. Well, I went a little extra and this glitter, yeah, it's a little more glam than I was originally had in mind. But when I do makeup, it is always on the spot, and when I film stuff, it's always on the spot, so what are you gonna do? So I'm going to go pop on some lashes. My two favorite brands for lashes are Kiss and Ardell. They both are just really good quality and really cheap lashes. But don't be fooled when I say cheap. When I say cheap, I just mean like, I mean affordable, you know? My cat doesn't stop meowing. Go away. Come here. Arr! Usually I use the black Ardell lash glue, but I actually ran out of that. So I'm using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive black lash glue with aloe. It's also really good, and yeah, I prefer black lash glue because sometimes normal like clear ones don't actually dry. So yeah, I just like black ones. But I'm going to pop on my lashes and I will be right back. Okay, time to put it on my eyeball. Where are my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? And now these aren't from the drugstore, but I always use tweezers to pinch my fake lashes that I just put on with my real lashes to make sure that they're nice and blended. Okay, so I just put my lashes on. Now I'm using my favorite drugstore mascara, the Essence Lash Princess. This is the false lash effect one, but I also have the volume mascara. I prefer this one. But they're both really good and my favorite drugstore mascaras. So it's hard to show you how well they work with the lashes, but I'm just going to use it to blend. I'm going to use it to blend my false lashes with my real lashes. Okay. That is finito bonito. Okay, so now, actually I'm kidding. So I just finished my eyes and my lashes and all of that jazz. Now I'm going to move on to my face and my face makeup. So for primer, one of my faves is the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. This came in one of the sets that I got with a bunch of Physicians Formula stuff, and I have semi-dry skin. Like, it's pretty normal, but it gets dry, but this makes my face look so nice and dewy and illuminated, so I really like this primer. As you can see, it's very like illuminating and shimmery, and it doesn't affect my makeup that goes on top, so that's why I really like it. So now that I look like the Tin Man, I'm going to move on to my foundation. To blend out everything, I'm using my L'Oreal sponge. And I don't know if it's still like, if it's discontinued or still is sold. It's not sold anywhere in Canada, but I don't know about the US or any else like that. But it's my favorite sponge. I love it so much. It's the best sponge you'll ever use in your life. So it made me really sad when like they stopped selling these. When you're too lazy to wet your sponge. And for foundation, one of my semi-recent new faves is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This stuff is so good. I'm in LN4, by the way. But this foundation is really good. I kind of forget how when I first bought it, but it was a good maybe 2 months ago, and I'm literally practically out. I use it almost every time I film. I really like it because I still have, like my mom likes to call it, baby skin. So I don't need a lot of foundation or need a lot of coverage. So I really like it because it still like is a good and like medium coverage foundation, but it's not too heavy or anything like that.
but I definitely need to purchase another one. And it's a little light for me too, this shade, but it's okay. It's whatever. Now I'm taking my sponge and getting it all over my lips and blending it all out. And it blends out so nicely. And I just really like this foundation because it doesn't make me feel cakey, but it still makes me like have a little bit of coverage, you know? It's just one of my faves. But Physicians Formula is seriously one of my absolute favorite brands. And it is sold in the drugstore, although it is a little pricey compared to some drugstore products. They are more on the higher side of prices, but it's worth it because the quality of everything is really good. But that's not to say drugstore products can't be really good products. I feel like that's what a lot of people jump to conclusions about. Like, you can't do full glam with drugstore, or you can't, like, you know, it's the quality isn't as good or stuff like that. But that's not true at all. So now I'm taking my Revolution Concealer and Conceal and Define Concealer. One of my faves. I've bought it a few times, but I'm literally running out. Like, I have nothing left in here. And it's really sad because it's such a good concealer. And people have said that it's like a dupe for Shape Tape, which I wouldn't say it's exactly a dupe. I mean, I think it's like $7 or something like that. So, you know, you do get what you pay for. But at the same time, it's probably one of the best drugstore concealers I've ever used. So, got high in Colorado. So now I'm using my sponge again and blending it all out so, you know, don't look like that. As you can see, this concealer is like, you know, do you see that? Like, that's crazy. It's so good. Well, I look like a ghost currently because all these are all my winter shades. So, this concealer is so good and it's a really good product for the drugstore, although I have to buy it when I go to the US because they don't sell it in Canada. I could probably order it, but like, do I have the motivation? No. Do I have the money? No. There's like a hair on my nose and it is so itchy. I got it. Nope, just kidding. So after my foundation and concealer, I obviously have to use powder. So my favorite drugstore powder is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. This is the loose setting powder, and it is in 10 fair light, but I also have 20 light medium. And I might be using them both just because I look really pale right now, and I, you know, want to put a little color back on my face. I don't usually bake under my eyes with like my sponge, just because sometimes it gives me more of a like cakey look. So I just take a little random fluffy brush and powder my face. So the reason why I really like this powder is because, one, it doesn't give me a lot of flashback, which is really good. Two, it just sets my face to be really smooth and matte, which I like. And three, it's a good powder, and it's from drugstore, so who doesn't love that? But it sets my face all day, like it doesn't move. So it actually wasn't filming before, so I have actually already done bronzer and blush, but we're just gonna pretend that I haven't after I looked very pale from all those winter shades that I use in the winter. I'm now going to do bronzer. My favorite bronzers are from Physicians Formula. They're the butter bronzers. So I actually have this one, the normal one, and in the Casey Holmes X Physicians Formula, there's the deep one. So I'm going to be using the deep bronzer just because, I don't know, I've just been in love with it. So I'm going to use that one. Butter Physicians Formula is on the more expensive side. The butter bronzer I think is a good 20-something dollars. So I just want to put this out there. This Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer is also a really good option. I lost the lid to it. And I just love this bronzer. Like, I don't know how to explain my love for it, you know? Like, it's just, the color is just perfect. And it blends out so nicely. And it like, it just blends out so nicely, and the color is so pretty and natural that it like, it's not harsh, but it still like gives you a nice color, you know? Like, it's just, oh, I love it. So now that I look a little more tan, we are now going to move on to blush. So I have two Drugstore blushes that I really like. It is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush and the Milani Romantic Rose Powder Blush. So I really like these both. Just with this one, it is a little light, so it doesn't show up as much. So I'm going to be using the Milani one, although this one, the only bad thing about it, and it makes me really sad because the color is so pretty and it's a good blush, but the smell, it's pure, like, just chemically. It's just, it's not a very good smell, and it makes me really sad because the blush is so good. But it's just a smell, I can live with that, you know? Just a smell, I can live with that because the color is so pretty. And it's so pigmented, and I love it. So now time for my all-time favorite part of makeup. Always my favorite part. Highlighter. I love highlighter so much, it just makes me like feel happy inside, you know? But this was a really hard decision. When I looked at all my highlighters, there was a pretty clear option. I had to use something from, yet again, Physicians Formula. I have 3 of their highlighters, 2 of their butter highlighters, their butter highlighter, and their Mineral Glow Pearls highlighter. So this one is actually really good, but I'm not going to use that one. But I am going to use one of their butter highlighters. So I have 2 of them, and it's hard to see on here, but this one is a little bit darker. And this one's a little bit lighter. So I'm going to be using this one just because it's a little bit more blinding, but they're both really pretty. So this one is in this shade Champagne, but this one is in this shade Just Beachy, so I'm going to be using Just Beachy, and I'll just show you how incredible this is. Do you see that? That's so pretty. It's just, I love it. I love it. Did I mention I love it? So, I don't even really need to explain my thoughts about this product. I think you can just see. Like, look at, I can't. So now I'm just taking the leftover product that was on my brush and swiping it under my eyes just to give a little bit of color under there. But I'm not really adding any more product because there's already a little bit on here, so. Now I'm taking the brush that I used the purple with, and I'm putting that on right where my lashes are. Now this may sound a little silly, but I have a favorite mascara for bottom lashes. That is the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. This is the old one, this is the new one. They had new packaging, but I've gone through one of these already. And it's just a very thin and very small bristled mascara that it's so easy to get those bottom lashes. And it doesn't make them clumpy or anything, so I really love this mascara for bottom lashes. So yep, there's that mascara. Love this little guy, and he's really good for bottom lashes. So one of my favorite lines of liquid lipstick are the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks. So I love all of them, and they're so pretty. I recently just got this one. It is in the shade Chic Got Real, but it's just this really pretty pink, so I'm going to use this. But the formula of them are so good, but they got white caps before they had black, so. Oh, this one's different. So this one's actually different. It is a high shine lipstick. It's not a liquid one. So this one is actually not sticky at all, and it's a very like shiny but also pigmented and has a lot of color to it, so it's really pretty. But the other liquid ones are so good, and they go very matte and they don't come off and they last all day and they're just really great. But I'm also going to layer this NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie, my fave, on top just to lighten it up a bit. So shiny, so luscious, so beautiful. Now, before I finish, I need to spray my face. My favorite setting spray is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Although I would not classify this as drugstore since you can't really buy it at the drugstore. Although it's still very good priced, I'm not classifying it as drugstore. I just wanted to mention it. It's one of my faves. I love the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It's really, really good. This one's prime, correct, and set. And it just sets my face and makes it really nice, so I really love this. I always take the back of my sponge and I just lightly dab my face. So, here is the final look. So that was it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you want me to do a full face of high-end products, I will for sure do that. Just comment down below and let me know. Or just any other ideas for videos that you guys have for me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. By the time you probably see this video, you'll know who the winner is for my giveaway. But thank you guys so much for your support. And everyone who entered in it, I wish you luck because we haven't picked it yet. But I wish you luck, and whoever the winner is, congratulations. I hope you enjoy all of the products. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for your support and everything. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.